What is it like being a Jamaican in Somalia? Hi, I'm Xavier Murphy, founder of Jamaicans.com. And today in Jamaicans to the World, I talked to Dwight Samuels, a Jamaican who lived in Somalia for a little bit. Dwight, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, Xavier. It's good to be here.
Great,
And how are you?
great, great. All right, which part of Jamaica are you from?
I am from the parish of Westmoreland, um, from the district Moreland Hill. Not many people know of Moreland
All
Hill.
right, tell me where Moreland Hill is now, where it's close to. Which one of the major towns?
All right, so it's close to Savlamar and Negril,
All right,
Little
Savlamar and the
London. That,
grill.
yeah.
Now, you remember,
Mhm.
you have to pass the grill to get to Savlamar. So,
Or you have to pass Savlamar to get to
well,
Negril.
true. If you're coming from the other
Right,
direction,
right. So I don't know if you know of Little London.
yes, I know of Little London.
All right. So when you go to Little London, what's that? The right turn. Yeah, man. You make the right turn and you follow the road straight.
All right,
No turn off. Have you ever heard of the Mango Festival?
I've heard of the Mango Festival. I've never been.
Okay, that's was in Delftland. It's kept in Delftland, very close to Moreland Hill.
Okay, all
Okay.
right. Well, I love hearing a lot about these little towns that I never hear about before. I've been to Savlamar, and so yeah. So you're close enough to Savlamar.
Yeah, man.
So, which school are you representing today, sir?
I'm representing the Little London High School. That's where I went to.
All right, all right. Is there a teacher there that impacted your life that you remember?
Miss Ferguson. She was the visual arts teacher. I love the visual arts, right? Yeah, and she was a very inspiring lady, very much, and a spiritual lady as well.
Nice, nice. So, Miss Ferguson, big up to you. If she's still teaching, or you don't know.
Yes, man, she's still teaching. She's still
All
there.
right, Miss Ferguson, big up yourself. So I don't want to get in too much of the story about what what you really do, but we know it's kind of some training and when you heard you were going to Somalia, what was your first thoughts that went through your head when you hear that I'm going to Somalia to live for a little bit and do some training?
Well, the first thought, as I think would have been for anybody, like, what is the state of Somalia, right? In terms of that side of the world is, I want to say, maybe a bit troubled. So I was like, okay, what is the state of that country? Not saying like, all right, I was scared to go but before you go, you want to know
How stable?
what the mindset,
Yeah, how stable
right?
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. and and so you got there, and was it what was it like? The people. Let's start out this way. What were the people there like? The Somali people.
All right. The people, they were a very welcoming people. It was a mixture of people though. I had Somali, I had Ethiopians, and some Djibouti people. Yeah, they were very, very welcoming set of people. I was surprised. They welcomed me like I was from there.
So
Yeah,
when they heard that you're Jamaican, what was the questions they had for you?
you know, um, one person said to me, she was like, how do we live in Jamaica? The reason being, she was saying like, with hurricanes and things like that, she was saying like, when a hurricane comes, you literally have to start from zero and build again. She was like, how do you live? I was like, what? Yeah, yeah, man. Another guy, she was like, what does it mean when they say panic? Because he was saying he listened to the DJs and they were always saying panic. So he was like, what does that mean? What does it mean panic? Jeez, and I had to tell him, it means you're standing on something. It means they're standing on the stage.
But they're up to speed. If they're up to speed with all the terms and the DJ them, it sound like.
Yes, man. Yes, because when I was there, it was mostly reggae music they playing. Romain Virgo and some, yeah, reggae music. So I was kinda shocked because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting, okay, Afro beats or something.
Wow. Wow. So
Yeah,
the up
man.
on the latest, it sound like an artist and so on.
Yes, man. Yes, man. They're on it.
Wow. Wow. So, in terms of the culture, did you come upon anything in the Somalian culture with the folks that you're working with that you found very interesting as, from the perspective of just watching it? And it could be anything. It could be the way they greet, it could be
Um.
the respect and so on.
All right. So the respect, very much, right? It was several things. The respect was one. For example, when I'm in class and we have the refreshment session in class, they would not allow me to get my own self my own refreshment. It would never happen. It cannot happen. They're telling me to sit there, and they will bring it to me. They will make my tea and bring it to me, and they will bring my food to me. And I was like, what is this really happening? I'm just the teacher here, you know. Is that like I'm a VIP or something? Right? Next thing I notice, when it comes to religion, that was a serious point for them, right? Very serious. When it was prayer time, it was prayer time.
Mm.
Yes, man.
Mm. That sound like very interesting in terms of the prayer time first of all, but being
Yes,
treated
man.
like a VIP. But it sounded like people were interested to hear more about you and Jamaica to an extent too.
Yes, man. Because they ask,
Mhm.
right? And I was interested in their culture too, so I had to ask them things, you know, and you learn a few things from them. It's strange, but I learned a few things.
All right. Now let's touch on food.
Yes, man.
Did you try any traditional Somalian foods?
All right, so I was on a UN base, right? It was
Right,
the
right.
so the thing is with that, it was things that I was used to seeing: chicken, fish. The only difference was the preparation,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, man, the preparation. It was totally different because I'm a pepper lover, and a lot of spices, and ah, they weren't on that. One lady told me, "Oh, the Caribbean is like West Africa. In West Africa, you would find spicy food with a lot of flavors and that, but at the place where I was at, I wouldn't get that." One interesting thing though, they had this one meal, and I was eating it, and I realized that this didn't taste anything like anything I could make out. So I stopped and I was like, I asked the class, what was this? And everybody stopped, and some people were like, maybe it's beef. And I'm like, no, man, this isn't beef. And one guy said, oh, it's probably camel. I was like, I was like, I was like, what? Camel? Because for a while, they were saying, oh, you should try the camel meat, man. And I'm like, no, 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 I'm good. I was like, what camel? Nobody told me this. Until now, I haven't figured out what I was eating.
So you try the camel meat then?
I'm not gonna say it's camel meat, I'm gonna say it. I don't know what it was, but I'm not gonna say it's
was
camel
it
meat. I
was it
swear.
the question? The real question is, was it good?
It was mid. It was mid.
All right. Pepper on it wasn't on it, Dwight.
No sir. No sir. No sir.
uh, no, again, I know you were doing training probably at a facility and all that sort of thing. Did you see any amazing sights or anything that you said, oh, this is really interesting?
All right. So yes, I was at a facility. The thing is, on that base, we couldn't leave the base to go in the town area, right? So we basically were on the base. However, um, on the base in Somalia, in Mogadishu, the ocean, it was a beautiful sight, I would say, and it was very rough. The Indian Ocean, yeah,
Mm,
man. So as far as sight goes,
right.
that's most I got to see. Yeah, man. It was something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were telling me that, oh, you ever hear about the Somali pirates? That's the ocean that they come in on.
Okay. So what would you say was, for the time you was there, again, I know it wasn't a long time, the biggest
Mhm.
adjustment for you while you were there?
All right. The biggest adjustment I would say was that 8 hour time gap, right? Because leaving from Jamaica to go there, I'm 8 hours ahead. And believe me when I tell you, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep when I was supposed to sleep. So in the nights, I would be up when I'm supposed to be sleeping, and in the day, that would come back to
You
haunt me
mashed
because
up.
now I'm feeling the sleep, right? So that was one of the roughest, that was the toughest thing, man. That adjustment was something. Yes, man.
All right. And then the food, you mentioned the food already. No, not enough spice.
Yeah, man. Not enough spice. Possibly because it was limited, right? Because we were on the base, so you know that everything wouldn't be there.
Right.
So it was like it was very limited. So maybe that was the cost of that, right? So I like seasoning them when we didn't want to see, right? Yeah,
Dwight,
never there see.
next time you're going on like a teaching journey like this, you have
Hmm.
to pack the pepper, and you have to pack the spices and thing, right?
Yes, man. That me planning because me I say, all right, next time I am prepared. That not happen to me again. The thing is, right? They also, what I didn't know before I go there, they provided facility for you if you wanted to cook your own food. Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time. So I was like, what's gonna happen next time? If I come here next time, I am going to cook a Jamaican pot and make it taste it.
What's your
Yeah,
specialty?
but
What's your specialty, Dwight?
curry.
All right.
I'm a lover of curry.
The
So
goat or
curry
the
in it.
chicken?
Goat, chicken, beef. Yeah, man. Everything can curry.
So guess what? The next time the camel meet a curry. uh,
Ah, boy.
what advice would you give Jamaicans who are thinking of venturing out, traveling, doing, what advice you'd give with them? And I know you have lived, again, I know you travel and you kind of live there for a little bit and then you head back and so, but what's the best advice?
um, I would say if you're thinking about doing it, do it, right? Don't get caught up in the thought process, and then you know what? Yeah, say eh, this might not be a good idea, because who knew that I would go to a place like that, right? And get this kind of experience. If you're thinking about doing it, just do it and done. May I tell you, I don't think you can lose, right? Yeah, man, do it.
All right, so here's a question. The question I'm going to wind down with. So when you went back to Jamaica, you landed and you got out that airport. What was that meal? I think I know already, but what was that first meal that you said, I forget this?
um, some curry chicken and dumpling and yam. Yeah, yeah, right. That I first thing, and I'm cooking myself, right? Yes.
Yellow yam, sir, or white yam?
Actually, I'm rather white yam,
Oh,
I'm a fan of white yam. I'm not really that yellow yam. Remember, a country me come from, man. To me, yellow yam of town people them when I know variety of yam. So when you come from it, yeah.
so me the town man who love me yellow yam. Yeah, I'm gonna know
Yes,
variety.
man. Me I just say that. No, you don't know variety, right?
Well, it look like you're primed to go back on the continent of Africa because I found there white yam is the popular yam. Barely and yellow yam is not the popular yam. In the places
Right.
I
You know
visit,
the
let me
funniest
correct that.
thing?
The places I visited.
Mhm. You know the funniest thing? I asked the Ethiopians, right, if they knew what yam was. And they were like, no, what is that? And I'm like, you don't know what yam is? So I Googled it, right? And Ethiopia, it said Ethiopia is the fifth largest place when it comes to yam, like exporting yam and stuff.
Right.
Right? And I was like, but you guys are on the top five for exporting yam. And they were like, but no, maybe it's in another side of the country. And I was like, no man, you have to try this because you, you can't get so much yam and you don't know yam. Yeah, so I gave them homework. I said, okay, when you go back home, you need to find some yam. Yeah, man.
Well, Dwight, listen, thank you for sharing, your thoughts on living in Somalia and the culture and the people. Here's how I want to end it. Did you learn any Somali while you were there? The basic greetings of either hello or goodbye.
I want to tell you, I don't remember that right now, and that is because it was a mixture, right? Because I was dealing with both Ethiopians and Somalis and Djibouti.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a mixture of language because the Djibouti they were French speakers, right? The Ethiopians they had some English, and the Somali I had to get a interpreter. But I don't remember that thing. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, if anybody from who's Somalian is watching this, just tell us how to say
Mm,
goodbye in the comments, and I will take it from there. But for now, we will end it the way we typically say in Jamaica: "Little more, my brethren."
little more.
Show some love now. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a video.